Hi, everybody. Welcome to The New Normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. And tonight we've got Johnny Litecoin joining us. We watched the Trump family Liberty something launch the USD1. And I'm wondering if that's one of the first failures or the second failures that the American people would throw off as an option for stablecoins or the crypto possibilities. So I want to know what Johnny has to think about all of this stuff. And we also watched Japan rolling out Circle as a stablecoin. So we'll see what he has to think about all this stuff. And will we see more and more banks choosing stablecoins as options for banking solutions and payment methods? So give us a like, share the video. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, Johnny. Good to see you.
Hey, Lisa. Good to see you. Good to see everybody.
Yes. So we're seeing a really strong move with stablecoins coming into the market. I was talking earlier about how the Trump family was rolling out their USD1 coin. We've seen Japan make a move with Circle, or that's Coinbase's stablecoin, I guess, which is interesting that Japan would use Circle, because I guess that one is actually backed. It's pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar, right?
Maybe too, because Coinbase trades on the stock exchange and has a pretty high market cap. So they maybe feel like there's some type of comfortability with that. I guess I would think of it just as far as like maybe they're investors in the stock, or you know how funds hold shares of stock. I could see that being so if they'd want to choose any stable coin, it'd be one that they had like pension funds and things held in. I could see that for being a backdoor reason for why they pick Circle.
Okay. And I guess the Japanese and US markets are very closely tied.
Sure.
As well. And then we were also talking about the states are now starting. Not only are we seeing them roll out gold and silver being used for legal tender, now Wyoming is to launch a state-issued crypto stablecoin. So we're now seeing states issuing stablecoins, and I guess there's a whole list of states that are looking to launch stable coins. So this is a new trend.
It's exciting, and I would love to see states issue a precious, like a gold or silver coin that's on a blockchain.
Yeah.
They hold that in their state treasury, and then it's an easy way to transact. And because let's face it, we as investors would rather have the physical metal as the savings rather than a coin that represented silver, right? I agree. I'd rather have the physical metal. But a coin is much easier for payment. And not only that, we're in a world of Amazon and things like that, and one click from your phone. Mm-hmm. Let's face it, for most payments, it has to be something digital. We're not in the 20th century, we're in a different time. So it has to be, so I would want to see that. And I think maybe that could be a possibility because states, like you pointed out, Lisa, states have made gold and silver legal tender again. And if they've done that and if we see states rolling out fiat-backed stable coins to start with, what's to stop them from rolling out a metal-backed, quote unquote, stable coin? I guess in my mind, that's the most of a stable coin than anything, because I always used to say Bitcoin and Litecoin were my stable coins, not US dollar.
Right.
You know, I feel like they're kind of like gaslighting everybody. If you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, stable coin. They've been telling you Bitcoin's dangerous since before it's been $1,000. Well, yeah, you're right. It does go down sometimes, but now it's 85,000 or whatever it's at, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
what's the stable? You know what I mean? So it's not
What's
the dollars.
Oh, don't throw me in the briar patch. Don't throw me in the briar patch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely what they've been telling you. That's funny that you mentioned this, because that's actually, so right now they've started mailing out the VE metals, or the very smart metals, the silver rounds, and there's actually QR code and a NFT associated with it. And of course, Reggie has the patents for this. And you'd be able to digitize the silver round, and I guess fractionalize
Very cool.
and they're going to have other uses with it as well. But so these are going out, and he's also
saw that video from Reggie, and I did see some stuff about it, but I didn't look into it much yet. But it seemed really cool. I didn't fully wrap my mind around what it was yet, though, because
there's other things that they're rolling out with it.
Okay.
And so they're doing other videos on it and talking about, but it's basically, he invented peer-to-peer capital markets. And of course the rounds are, they're not coins, but they're silver rounds with the NFTs on them. He did one with a Grok where he asked Grok about it. An analysis on it that was really interesting.
Go up. I think it was the tweet above
This
that.
one?
Does it say Grok analysis? Doesn't it say that?
Grok analysis. Oh, I think this is about theta.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Theta analysis. Oh, I just saw it.
So what is it again? It's a way to fractionalize. So I guess if you have an 1 ounce round, and say silver was worth $500 an ounce, right? Say we had an explosion in silver.
Hold on, let me find a video where he's talking about it, because I don't want to misspeak. Yes, this is it. I asked Grok to imagine, to use its imagination as to what to expect to deliver. Oh, dang it. What did I do? Oh, I just switched it, and now here it is. Share this tab. Use its imagination what to expect Reggie Middleton to deliver, re the commemorative smart metal silver rounds. Here's what it came back with.
U.S. patents, and use its imagination as if it was Reggie Middleton to see what it would do to embed added functionality to commemorative silver rounds that have private keys that lead to, that had QR codes that lead to private keys unique to each and every individual round, using our communication layer that we will build in. And this is actually a real-time experiment. I have no idea what it's going to say. So take a look below. I'll go post it regardless of what it says. And for those who wonder X amount of money for 1 ounce of silver, pay attention and read. It may be more than 1 ounce of silver. So I prompted Grok to examine 3 of the Veritas US patents and use its imagination as if.
Okay.
I guess what you were saying too, like, say, like I was saying, say silver went to $500 an ounce, and you go to the store and you buy something that's $101.84, and you want to pay for it with that 1 ounce of silver. In theory, you'd Interesting. You could pay for it maybe through some blockchain that was connected to those rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and remember, we have those ITMs that I've told
I was going
everybody.
to say those rounds would have to be in some type of thing like that, some type of ATM type of dispensary that was widely. I mean, maybe that could even be something stores could participate in. Like, hey, 7-Eleven dispenses those, or you know what I mean? Like,
Might
why
be.
not?
So this is what Grok said. It says, I've uploaded 3 U.S. Veritasium patents with a total of 83 claims between the 3 of them. I've also uploaded pictures of a commemorative Veritasium silver round called Smart Metal. The silver rounds have QR codes front and back. The front QR code leads to a page, which will lead to an NFT that identifies that silver round. Think of it as a serial number. And the rear code contains a secret that would allow a smart contract to generate a private key for that silver round. That private key will be attached to a small, fine-tuned LLM model, which will have access to the private key and conduct transactions of value. Those transactions of value will be along one or many more of the 83 claims in those patents. Analyze the patent spec, analyze the patent claims, all 83 of them. Use your imagination as to what's in store for the buyers of the silver rounds, knowing that if you know Reggie Middleton, he will only guarantee 1 ounce of silver and the NFT. Everything else will be potential, but not guaranteeing in terms of functionality. He's also using communication layer similar to Waku, I don't know what that is, to allow the buyers of silver round to communicate and find each other. So that's talking about not even spending the silver, but using that silver as like a key to analyzing patent claims or validating the patent claims. So that's interesting.
Wait, so so I got to reread that again. I got lost. Those transactions of value, one or many more of the 83. Analyze the patent spec, analyze the patent claims, all 83 of them. Use your imagination as to what is in store for the buyers of the silver rounds, knowing what you know. If Reggie Middleton, will not only guaranteeing 1 ounce of silver in the NFT. Everything else will be a potential, but not a guarantee in terms of functionality. He's also using a communication layer, so to communicate and find each other. Interesting. That's pretty interesting. So it's a silver round, but then it's
Oh, wait, here's some more. Then it says Deep Search talks about silver rounds could serve as collateral in DeFi protocols with the LLM managing interactions. Buyers might lend or borrow assets peer-to-peer. Silver rounds could bridge physical and digital assets, enabling tokenization of goods.
So he basically he patented the way to put a private key on silver, is what you're saying.
Well,
I don't know. Who knows? You got to buy the round and see. You got to buy the round and see.
I don't want to make any claims myself.
I understand.
Evaluating patent impact. There's a lot here about how patents enable low trust value transfers, that's his patent is all about the low trust value transfer.
Let's go back and reread the first part of it again. Let me see. Okay. I've uploaded 3 U.S. Veritasium patents with a total of 83 claims between the 3 of them. I also uploaded pictures of a commemorative Veritasium silver round called Smart Metal. The silver rounds have QR codes front and back. The front QR code leads to a page, which will lead to an NFT that identifies that silver round. Think of it as a serial number. And the rear QR code contains a secret that would allow a smart contract to generate a private key for that silver round. That private key will be attached to a small, fine-tuned LLM model, which will have access to the. I guess I'm curious. What's an LLM model?
Here is more information. So then it goes into this deep search, which gives more information about evaluating the patent impact. And then here
it says up there the silver. Go back up for a second, Lisa.
Mhm.
It says the silver rounds could serve as collateral in DeFi protocols with the invariant. Buyers might lend or borrow assets peer-to-peer at the LLM handling terms. Silver rounds may bridge physical and digital assets, enabling tokenization of goods. Reggie Middleton guarantees only the silver and the NFT. Makes sense. Buyers could enter swap agreements. Very cool. Those are I'm definitely cool.
And then it gets into the key points. So it seems likely that the Veritasium silver rounds or smart metal offers buyers a unique blend of physical silver and digital financial tools with potential for autonomous trading, which I think that's a big key, and secure value transfers. Research suggests the rounds leverage patented technology for low trust transactions, possibly enabling decentralized finance applications and community interactions. The evidence leads toward buyers accessing a personalized AI assistant for managing transactions with functionalities like swaps and letters of credit, although not all features are guaranteed. Then it goes into the analysis of the patent. Silver rounds functionality. Each smart metal comes with an NFT for identification, the QRs for the generating the private key, autonomous trading and hedging using smart contracts, peer-to-peer lending or borrowing within decentralized community. Potential for buyers. They can expect ownership of physical asset with digital capabilities, participating in a growing ecosystem for financial innovation. Once again, only the silver NFT are guaranteed. And then it
seems
goes
like there's a lot of potential use cases for these.
Yeah, right here. You're right on it because it says potential functionality for buyers, and it says autonomous trading, secure value transfer, DeFi, peer-to-peer lending and borrowing, hedging of risk, supply chain finance, community collaboration.
I guess it's only time will tell and see what how things evolve, what's used. You know what I mean? What's more of an important use case?
There's my friend Reggie right there. Hey, I patented says of transacting value between parties who don't trust each other. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So this is about that trustless transaction, which is so important.
Yes. Which is so important because, how do we, like, I would love to transact with a digital silver dollar, but how would I trust? I always say there's always those trust issues. Who holds the silver? How do I trust they have it? How are they not rehypothecating it? How do we know? How do we know? How do we know? So,
well, and even when we get into a world with silver or precious metals, we're watching these states have, stable coins or whatever. How do we know the silver is silver? Are we going to all run around with little acid test kits?
I would want them using something like this to validate and verify everything. If not, I wouldn't really trust it. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It seemed cool, but I'd be like, how do we really trust it? I don't look at everything else they've done to us. Now we trust them with this. Here, give us your silver. It might be a way to trick us. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, we're giving them our silver. That's
yeah, but this is the way to do it. So once again,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And look at that face. Who wouldn't trust that face?
Are they available for sale or are they sold out? How
They
does that work?
They are not sold out. They do have a limited number that's connected with the patent number at this time. So there's a limited number. And I believe you go to veridao.io for the information to purchase the rounds.
Do you know the cost on the round or?
I don't.
We'll look into it.
At one time, I believe they were $150 a piece, but I'm not sure of the price at this time.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
So
Fair enough.
they're priceless. That's what
There
they
are
are.
yes.
Priceless.
Yes. I love it.
Part of history. Yeah, making history. So
But
well, that
Westwood said, "I'm rocking the tank top."
way to
Yes,
go, Johnny. Like
I was in the sauna at my place, and I didn't I didn't feel like putting on a regular shirt. So tank top it is tonight, even though it's a
that's
little
what
cold.
happens when we late night here at the new normal. You get
Yes.
tank top
Yes.
Johnny. Sometimes you get hot tub Johnny, and then that's a whole nother thing. Yeah.
Uh, I lost the hot tub, but I added the sauna, and I must say, I'm a way bigger fan of the sauna.
The sauna is really good for you. Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
This is Jeremy Stevenson of Quantum Metals. They're one of the suppliers for the rounds. And he said there are, in total, there are 6,566 very silver rounds in total. They were 150 USD each, but that price has increased. Oh, wow. They're now selling for double, almost double, 297 USD each. So I'm sure those prices
Good
will
number too,
continue.
6,566.
That's
You add that up, 6
that's
plus 5 plus 6 plus 6 equals 23. That's a good number.
well, that's one of the patent numbers. So
Gotcha.
um, just one of his 7 patent numbers. It's 7 last I checked. Of course, I haven't talked to Reggie in a few days, so knowing him, there could be more patents. Every time I turn around, there's more cited. Every time I check the Google patents, he's got people, more and more businesses are citing the patents, meaning that they're allegedly infringing, which means they're touching the patents and using it. And so, I mean, we're just moving into that world. It's really exciting. It's an exciting time. So
Very nice. Well, it's very cool, very innovative, and excited to see what becomes of all this.
well, and seeing these states and banks using these turning and nations moving to these stable coins, all of those will be touching these patents as well. So
Yeah, I would
call Reggie, get a license.
Yes, 100%. Isn't
DJT, give him a call.
that's some justice to we the people? If this, and that's how the government's supposed to be. They're supposed to be the servant of the people, not the. And we always say it's became this big thing, like the feds are going to get you. It's like this big bad monster, and everyone's like, oh my god, no, they're supposed to be our servant. It's people
Yes.
got the thinking backwards, you know.
Yeah. The Bill of Rights, all of that was to hold back the government. I saw a video today where these police came in and they detained a guy before and never charged him with a crime. And then the guy was like drilling the police officer and asking the police officer questions. And he's like, no, you work for me. You know, you're supposed to keep me safe instead of threatening me. And I think that some of our officers, our public servants, some of them have forgotten their way, and it's time to remind them.
You used to tell that. You used to have that funny little saying, "Govern me harder, Daddy."
I didn't come up with that. I did not come up with that.
I heard it first from Lisa. Everybody.
Yeah, I will say, I think we've all felt that way, one way or another.
Yeah.
And of course, you're coming up on, the good old, and that was part of my message in Canada. And I think everybody really resonated with that. That's when my parents, when Charlie and I got married and Mom gave us Litecoin, thus Litecoin Lisa. It's not because my name begins with an L, but I said, why? And she said, because the Federal Reserve isn't federal and there's no reserves. And then we started looking into all these, pillars of restraint of this government overreach and how we're born into this system that we didn't opt into. We didn't ask to be a part of. And this, they're just taking over every part of our life that,
Yeah.
and these systems that just, crush us. And they're not serving us. They're not improving our life. They're not
No, they're
helping.
making it harder, more restrictions,
Mhm.
more cumbersome, more stress for people. So they're getting you from every angle. Remember I always say they want you sick, depressed, medicated, and dependent. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Yeah. And that's where this whole system of reward without effort, them benefiting from our effort. And that's where when they first, when the constitutional dollar was created, they took the standard from the Spanish money that 0.33 whatever, it's like 33317, and they used that as the constitutional dollar, the silver amount, and they took whatever amount for gold. I can't remember what the exact amounts were. And it's not because the gold and silver had value, it's because we needed something to be able to be the point in time, to be the marker, to say this is our dollar. But then we were the ones that put the value in that dollar. We said, I'm going to have 3 tomatoes is worth that dollar. And will you give me 2 chickens for my 3 tomatoes?
Or
Or
like
what?
you said, it needed some type of backing and standard throughout
Yes.
time that you could always resort back to. It stayed kind of constant. And that's why they created at first the bimetallic standard.
Right.
And they said, okay, it was at first it was 15
to 1.
silver. It was 15 to 1 equal 1 ounce of gold. Then they switched it to 16 to 1. And then
Right.
16 to 1 was kind of the standard for a
But
while.
it wasn't the gold and silver that have value. We put the value in it. And then over time, we kept putting our energy into it, and the banksters kept taking the value out of it. And so eventually it enslaved all of us, where we continued to put our energy into it. And here we have this literally like human trafficking with the Fed note. And so that's the system where, like Reggie's patents give us those peer-to-peer transactions where we can get out. It does free us from it, because then we get to hold our energy in our possession and exchange peer-to-peer with our energy. We don't need the third party, and we can do it still in a safe way where it's trustless, because they try to trick us. And, well, you can't do peer-to-peer because you can't trust that guy. Well, you need to use this dirty Fed note so that you're safe. We're going to keep you safe.
If you think about it, that's what I used to talk about, of making KYC obsolete.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to play, like Westwood says, the vampire casino. You're not going to go play in the vampire casino and skirt around the KYC. They're going to come after you and get you, right?
Yep.
I always said you have to make it like rules for a typewriter. Okay, I'm following the rules. What I'm doing is irrelevant to those rules. It's a different system. And then we, the people, win. They want us thinking we need them. We're stuck in that KYC system. And they trick it like KYC, this is necessary, it's preventing all this money laundering and terrorists and all this. And it's like, yeah, right. It's not. If anything, it just makes our data get leaked more.
That's right. It actually puts you in danger of.
Puts you in a lot of danger. And this is what these sick lunatics put forth after 9/11.
That's right. I talked about that in my little message on Jean-Claude's channel. And actually, you guys can go. They have marked it down to 50% off for all of the speeches from the conference. You can go to Bix Weir's Twitter and scroll down, and he's got a link right there. And now it's $50 for all the speeches. So you can get Bix Weir, Andy Scheckman from Miles Franklin, Cliff High, Jay Widener, Penny Kelly, Janine, of course, John Claude's on there. Just all of the messages, Little Omi, for $50, you can hear everybody's message. And it's really great for $50. And there's, like I said, link on Big Square Road to Ruta on Twitter. Scroll down, click it.
Maybe in the future you'll be able to pay for it in fractional silver.
That would be awesome. For a little Veritasium round, or part of it.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Cool.
it would be
I'd
great.
love to see it. I'd love to see some stuff too on the Litecoin blockchain. That's like,
Well, you can do NFTs on
yes.
that layer too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where I could see like a company using Reggie's technology and the patent, building it on the Litecoin blockchain, making it commercially available to the public, and it's all flowing and everybody's kind of winning. You know what I mean?
That would be a great We the
The
People.
loser is the bad guys.
Yeah. For sure. I would love it. I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. And I'm here for people to start using the technology and not just be like, I think we're done. We had the number go up, trend and the ICO thing and all that. And I'm ready to see the tech. And I think so many of us are here to like see, we're done with the old system and the old ways, and we're ready to see the tech. We're ready to see, the tools being built for the future and to get us out there. So I'm super excited about it.
It's exciting. We got to remain hopeful because it's it's one of our tools we have to win. So
the soaring 20s, Cliff said. Yep. That's where we're going.
Good things ahead, guys.
For sure. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. Thanks to everybody that's watching in the chat. Please give us a like, share the video, and remember you can go to veridao.io to get your Veritasium rounds, and you can go follow Big Square at Road to Ruta on Twitter and scroll down to get the 50% off on the Beyond Mystic speeches. You can follow Johnny Litecoin at Johnny Litecoin on Twitter or X. Everything else, go to litecoinlisa.net. Go everywhere, go all the places, do all the things, follow all the great people. But most of all, go be free.
So, yes.
Here, guys.
Great message, Lisa. Later, guys.
Bye.